Hey guys, Plays here, back at it again with some more Go My God lag. Back at it again with some more Galaxy, and you can see there's clearly a change in my spawn list. It's a lot shorter, but if you look closely enough, you may notice. My God, my voice is just not cooperating right now. If you look closely enough, you may notice this. There are two reasons for my spawn list to be a quarter of the size it previously was. The Ghoul Nyx and the Bone Ampharos, and I think the Bone Ampharos is just glitched or something, because I don't have it. I bought it, I have it in my logs, I even have a recording I took with the Roblox studio of me purchasing it, so I could totally get it refunded unless somehow that doesn't get it refunded, even though it should. But I totally have that, and I'll do a review on that. But now, a day I thought would never come. Finally, we have it. The Ghoul Nyx. The most glorious ship in the game. Although it's lost a bit of its glory due to being available for 6 hours. But here it is, boys. Here it is. Not This is not the dev server. This is straight up normal Galaxy. And here is the Ghoul Nyx in all its glory, and never mind. It doesn't have the original model. No, it doesn't even have one of the older models with the full bridge. It's just sad current Nyx model. Right, well, Fighter Bay. You can see its turrets through that. Here's the Spirit Nyxesians. They have the original Nyxesian model, but ghostified. That's cool. Look at this bad boy. 14,000 shields, 14,000 hull. Dude, that's 28,000 health. Plus carrier damage resistance. A heavy laser. Or two heavy lasers. And two medium flax. So, definitely better equipped than a normal Nyx. Now let's check out the fighters. Whoa, boy. 350 shields for the fighter spirit Nyxesians, 300 or 250 hull for them. They have a cool little cloud effect. Small phasers. I believe those are small cannons, but I can't tell. So it seems to have small phasers and cannons. That brings it to... If it does, because I've calculated the damage for... Alright, a normal Nyx has small phasers and tiny cannons, but this seems to have small phasers and small cannons. So, if it does have small cannons, that brings the Ghoul Nyx to actually being the strongest, most damaging ship in the game with all of its fighters. To shields and hull. Actually, the Skeletal Borealis might do more hull damage now that I think of it. Because it has torpedoes. But that's volley damage, not necessarily DPS, damage per second. So I'll have to calculate that out. It has a pretty okay turn speed. You could totally drift around some capital ships and murder them. But this brings it... If this is... Alright, so this is small phasers and small cannons, it looks like. I think I calculated the damage per second. That brought it to about, like, around 900 to 1,000 shield damage per second, and I think it was exactly 888 hull damage per second when I calculated it out for 11 fighters with small phasers and small cannons. Now, I did not add in turrets, I don't believe, And I don't know if that was combined with the phasers and the cannon's damage, because the phasers deal 1/5 damage to hull, and the cannons deal 1/5 damage to shields. So I don't know if it was I was just using the fighter's cannons alone, or if I was factoring in all of the fighter's weaponry towards one specific type of damage. Like if all of its weapons were, except for the turrets on the Ghoul Nyx, were for shields and all were for hull. I don't know. But either way, this brings it to be stronger than super capitals. Maybe not necessarily in health, something like the Subjugator or the X1 definitely has more health, that's undeniable, but this has probably undeniably the highest damage in the game. Unless the X1 can dish out more than 600 or 700 damage per second, then with all of its fighters, the Ghoul Nyx is undeniably or the X2, I mean. If the X2 can dish out that much damage, if it can dish out more than 700 damage, it could compete with the Ghoul Nyx, but uh, undeniably, this is... Not undeniably, I mean. This is most likely... I keep using undeniably, but I can't say that because there's always something to say otherwise, like, say, an admin ship. The Mastodon used to have that damage, but this would have been the strongest ship. I have to cut this short, but this is a dream.